are definitely the powerhouses for the future, but they need to change, not completely, but quite dramatically. They need to not own the customers, but understand the customer, their behavior, their brand preferences, life preferences, and how they network socially with each other. So, wow, quite strange, but the social advertising intelligence is something that I like to talk about. How to find out who are the alpha users within the social networking cycle, who can influence the others, because we know that the sort of referential is the main key for purchase decisions. So if you can start building services like individual, where you can sort of like the Plug model, tailor to the user's interest, try to find out the sort of behavior interest from the users, sending the messages from yourself to your community, saying that this is something new and cool. I think that's going to be the future. I think the Plug model as an MVNO is coming to an end, so Plug is working with the operators developing this, but really fueling into the mobile industry more brand advertising funding. That's the whole thing. We publish the Mob Rules magazines, what's really happening. We start doing research. I think Momo can be the world's most efficient research company for the trends of mobility, because we are present in 50 countries, launching new countries almost weekly. So we can really start doing trend analysis, what's happening in different regions, in different subjects, and that could be fun. The essence is that every Momo is different. It's funny, of course it's confidential still, but we will receive in Mumbai this year World Leadership Award for brand leadership in a global scale. And it's really funny because that went to my spam mail, because I thought, well, how could we win World Brand Leadership Award? Because we have no brand. We give it away. We decided that we don't have a handbook. We don't tell Rene how to run Momo. It has to be done locally. It has to find its interest locally. Do whatever you want to do with it. I mean, run it on Saturdays, create your own Momo Malta logo, create your own web presence, whatever you want, or you can share with us. So every Momo is a little bit different, but we share the common mission that it's fun, personal, informative networking, and it's really unexpected, innovative. And it's really not to gain money for us. I think these guys are champions. I mean, they put their own money into organizing this event. And they just said, we have the passion that we want this community to build here. And none of us gets money out of it. We don't even cover our costs. So I said that this is the most expensive hobby that I can have. But gaining on everything else, the knowledge base, the global community, we can have exactly, I mean, always the newest launch has the best community already built. So anybody who wants to connect with Tokyo, Barcelona, Brazil, this is the way now. And it should be fun, and you should challenge us. I think the Indian model is fun, how they started in Delhi. In Finland, of course, you have a set structure of the event. You have the theme, the speakers, all that. Everybody listens, maybe 2 questions, a little bit socializing, and everybody said, this is great. In India, they started no theme, so they just opened the registration. And 160 people register, they close the registration. 1 hour before the event, the organizers get together and they say, well, what's an interesting topic today? And they decide on the topic, and they say, well, okay, LBS games, for example. 160 people, who can speak about this subject? So when you come into the event, you don't know if you're an audience or a speaker. And everybody gets softballs, so if the speaker exceeds his time or is boring or doesn't know the subject, they start throwing the balls at him. And I said, in Finland, I would never ever get anybody attend if you don't know that you need to present, and people are rude and throwing, and they love it in India. So it's very unique. And the Indian TV came to interview me in Finland, said, how did you come up with this? And I said, I have no idea. Never heard about it. It's interesting. So decide, how you want to do it. Support your own community here. Let's make it like Finland. We are small, we have scarce resources, but we have interesting ideas, and we can really expose those ideas on the global scale. And hopefully we'll do the research, we'll follow the case studies here, and we can showcase in 6 months or 12 months how many companies were introduced internationally, how many business contacts, how much money that was creating. And I think that's really the benefit, what you get, what they get, and what we get. So, welcome again to this global community. Anything we can do for you, we'll be really passionate to do it. And I think this is the start. And in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, we'll have a bigger celebration after all those. Thanks so much.